Sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Costello. Looking now, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
Down. 91. Get the way. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Look at me. Score. Score. Get it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Costello. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Costello. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
60 Pittsburgh. Check this.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And
Touchdown,
Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Max Crosby gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st down, Costello. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, lock it.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Bravo. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Costello. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let him know. He's checking.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's getting the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw. Costello. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Jeffrey's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was something guy couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Check. 93. 93. Hey, Orbit. Get down. Get down.
On play action. Now Carr. He's going to launch it for... Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Wow.
He's at the 30. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 79 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Evaluate his play time, because can't give up big plays like that. That's bad. That's bad. We don't need that.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're
y'all gotta be quiet.
Pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Costello finding Williams once more. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to float this one deep right, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. This is Mostert. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Carr now on first down. He completes it to Wilson. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Luke Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And it's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Costello over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Back to throw. Costello escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready? Stick to your oar. Hey, team sit. Team sit. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
And they finally get to him as he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Hey, Will.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he's going to air one. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now a play fake. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Going right side here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
55, mark, 55.
2nd and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
53, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Check 3.
Mostert. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Here's Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From midfield, here's Carr. This one complete to Smallwood. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
But it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, exit. Ready?
Off play action. Costello. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Costello. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Looking to throw. Costello. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
2nd and 2. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Operating from the gun, Costello, that's caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Carr now on first down. Got an open man. It's Washington. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. Costello over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw on 3rd down. Costello is brought in by Jeffrey. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Costello able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The throw complete here to Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late fourth quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Oh, what a ball.
Return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Shoulda.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds.
And he can't get the throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Carr to throw.
Oh, yeah.
A crusher there as it's intercepted.
Good game, Raiders.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Go! 60 outlaws.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it.
And he caught it. I didn't know he was going to catch it. He was like, I was like, oh. Because I was pushing triangle. That's why he hopped like that.
Your locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
all right, guys,
EA
thank
Sports,
you
I'm
for
Brandon
watching
Gordon. Say
the
so long, everybody.
amazing Pierce broadcast, and I will talk to you guys later. All right.
That's your YouTube video for today. But that's Daddy's YouTube video for today.
Look at how to turn it off.